Guys, stop for a minute and take a look at your wallet. Your wallet says a lot about you. Is it time for an upgrade? Our friends at Ridge are here to help you step up your pocket game. Their incredible wallet is light, it's sleek, it's industrial, and it doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge out of your back pocket. It goes into your front pocket. Ridge wallets hold up to 12 cards, plus all the cash you need. You can choose from over 30 colors and styles. That includes carbon fiber and burnt titanium. It is the best wallet you can buy, and you don't just have to take my word for it. There's over 40,000 five-star reviews. I was skeptical at first, but once I tried it, I never went back to my old wallet. And for you, there's no pressure. Test it out for 45 days. If you don't love it, send it back, get a full refund. If you decide to keep it, and you will, there is a lifetime warranty. Go to ridge.com/Chael or just click on the link in the description below to get 10% off with free worldwide shipping and returns. Guys, I've had a few times in my life where it was quick and it was brief and I knew everything I needed to know. Has this ever happened to you? So, let me just tell you one, for example. I never really appreciated football. Just didn't. Didn't see it as a sport. You get some guys out there, and one guy's more athletic than the other. This guy's bigger, stronger. This guy's faster. And they throw the ball around, and whatever. 4 quarters go by, and somebody's got more points. That was kind of how I looked at it, but I really thought that was true. And I knew some guys to back my premise. I went to high school with a number of guys. Number of guys that got their colleges completely paid for. Full ride scholarships. And I'd even turn to fellow players. I say, why did he get it? That guy's a wimp. I see that guy in the hallways every day. And my friends would tell me they also play football. They go, well, he's got a lot of potential. You know, he's 300 pounds. He's 6'4". His father played. He's got potential. Okay, good enough. He got a huge scholarship. I'm solid at my sport, and I'm working my ass off for it. I don't know if I'm going to get any of my college paid for. It was one of those things. So I had a jealousy factor, but there was an ignorance factor. But there was also a deduction. I did know some guys. That's true. There were some big boys walking the hallways of our school, and I would have pushed them right into lockers if I wanted to, that were getting full ride scholarships to go play football. They didn't work very hard. They didn't train very hard. So I didn't really understand it. I was playing one day, doing strength and conditioning with Coach Solofsky, and I got a guy who just graduated from the University of Oregon who's been signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, but he hasn't reported yet, so we're doing strength and conditioning together. Coach throws him the ball. Guy catches the ball. Guy's right next to me. Catches the ball, and Coach looks at me and says, Chael, take the ball from him. Well, he's right there. He's 165 pounds. Right there. I'm going to take the ball from him. This isn't going to be a problem at all. I go to take the ball. He steps one way, which is where I stepped. He hits a spin the other way, runs up the hill back to Coach, hands him the ball. I never put a hand on him, and my idea and respect for football changed in that moment. No matter how brief or how short it was, I learned what I needed to learn right there. I did not know there was fake outs in football. I did not know there was techniques. I did not know there was footwork until he stepped and I bit and he spun and went around me. Changed the way I looked at the game. Now, fast forward. I'm in Bristol, Connecticut. ESPN. I'm on campus. They set an octagon up on campus. They bring a guy out, a guy from Ireland named Conor McGregor. We get into the cage together. I'm going to ask him some questions. He's getting ready to fight a guy named Chad Mendes, who was supposed to be Jose, although it changes. It ends up being Chad Mendes. With Conor, and I ask him a question. I don't know Conor very well. I ask him a question in the octagon. What are you going to do with Chad Mendes, who's a wrestler? And then I get into a fight stance. Conor hits me, or at least touches me, 3 times in well less than 1/10 of a second. He knocks this hand away, and puts his to my throat. And he said this was a Bruce Lee technique I could do, or we could come, and he does something else. And again, he touches me 3 times in well less than 1/10 of a second. He says, and he gives a third option. Again, this guy's lightning fast. And I came out and I had a totally different opinion of Conor, and I told anybody that was willing to ask, that's the guy. This guy's a problem. This guy might be the best I've ever seen. I said, well, how would you know? You never worked out with him. You never trained with him. What focus group do you have? But I did. I had all I needed to know. Fast forward my career. I'm in a tournament. I'm now a heavyweight. I'm in a tournament. The way the tournament breaks down, I'm probably going to have to deal with a friend of mine named Roy Nelson. So I'm again, it's ESPN. We're in Los Angeles, but I'm not working now. I'm part of the media. So Roy and I were both in the tournament. I think Rampage Jackson was. I think a few of us are out there. Roy and I are waiting for our turn. We're in a back room, and Roy wants to show me something. He wants to show me some kind of a technique that could help me in an upcoming fight that I have. So I jump up, we kind of move the furniture out of the way type deal. I do something to Roy. I shot in to grab his legs, whatever he told me. He said, hey, do this and let me show you what to do. I did it. He hit me and I went to the other side of the room and I remember staring at him going, oh my goodness. I really hope that we never meet up. That was all I needed to know. Just how big he was, how powerful it was. It was just one of those moments. Fast forward to 48 hours ago. I'm in the cage at Eagle FC. Kamaru Usman decides he wants to show a move. Kamaru Usman was the closest to Conor McGregor in terms of speed. Kamaru was showing me something he calls a pimp step. He has 2 pieces of footwork that he largely does in all of his fights, and only 2. I'm not going to be more specific in what those are, but one of them is called a pimp step. So he's showing me this, and as he does it, he's blocking my arm off, he's cutting off an angle, and he puts a right hand right here on my face, and he stops it on my jaw. He hit me, stops it right on my jaw, and it was so lightning fast, I couldn't believe it. It was so lightning fast, I said, you got to do it again. I didn't see it. And Henry Cejudo was with me. Henry and I are trying to learn this technique from Usman. So Usman does it again. It was the same thing. Knocked my hand out of the way and punched me. Full speed and stops it. Right on my jaw. He stops it. That's incredible control. Is the point I'm talking about, that he made contact. That he could throw it that fast, that hard, and stop it right on my whiskers is a different level of athleticism. Again, I had to see it one more time. He showed it another time, so it was 3 things. A total of 3 seconds, and I'm exaggerating time. I knew everything I need to know. Kamaru Usman can go with Canelo Alvarez. Who's a bigger hater on MMA and boxing than me? Who tells you MMA has no chance more than me? Kamaru Usman can go with Canelo Alvarez. Roy Nelson was too damn strong for me. Conor McGregor's fast. And that football player that I told you about did go and report for the Chiefs. They did a kickoff in his very first play in the NFL. He caught the ball and ran it back 93 yards for a touchdown. Sometimes a second is all you need.